US Capitol, Washington, D.C. Right, so it's been a bit of a rush today. I got up and I had about an hour and a half to get here, so I drove into the Capitol and past the Washington Monument, around the very busy road system. Eventually I found my way to Union Station and parked my car. Then I had a 1 mile walk to find the Capitol building, and I just cleared security, and this is the visitors complex at the US Capitol building, and I'm about 5 minutes away from going on the tour. I don't believe I'm allowed to film any of that, but I am in here because I see plenty of tourists walking around with their cameras, and I just queued up in that bit behind there and got me ticket. Lots of statues and interest, like a museum. I wanted to film coming in as well, but time just wasn't on my side today. I made it 10 minutes late, but they kind of gave me a later ticket, so I'm about to join that queue behind me and take a tour of the US Capitol building. Hooray!
He is sitting on a cloud like a god, surrounded with 15 symbolic figures. On his one side, there is a woman wearing green skirt. She is tooting the trumpet. This woman is Victory. On his other side is another woman wearing blue dress and little red cap. She's Liberty. The remainder 13 women are the first 13 states: Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, South and North Carolina, Connecticut, Maryland, Georgia, Virginia, Rhode Island, New York, New Jersey, New Hampshire, and Delaware. This fresco is painted in 1865 by Now, ladies and gentlemen, please move your eyes from the ceiling down and stop right underneath the windows where you see the frieze of American history. Frieze looks more like a stone carving, but it's not. This is also fresco. Artist fools your eye by using combination of light and shade. On our eye level is the collection of 8 oil paintings of Columbus. You see Christopher Columbus coming ashore from Santa Maria. When George Washington was elected president, not all Americans were eligible to vote. In order to vote at the time, you had to be white, you had to be a man, you had to be a wealthy landowner. 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 Okay. Alright, closer to me, guys. Alright, so we're in a very historic room. This is the historic old chamber of the House of Representatives. House moved here in 1807 when the United States of America is still a very young country. So how we are? Well, we have 45th president in the White House today. In 1807, we still had our 3rd president, Thomas Jefferson, in the White House. You had to be a wealthy landowner.
Okay, so that was an interesting tour, and an awesome, impressive building with a lot of history. Just getting myself a quick drink in the restaurant, and then I need to try and find out how far away the White House is. So I need to figure out how far away it is and make my way there. They have a gift shop, so I'm going to have a little look.
You had to be a wealthy landowner. You had to be a wealthy landowner.
So today is a beautiful day, and that behind me is the US Capitol building, which I just took a little tour of. So that video a few clips back where I was inside that huge thing with a dome, that was in there. It's a lot bigger from the inside, it's like a TARDIS. Yeah, so I'm on the half an hour walk towards the White House, and that behind me is the back side of the US Capitol building. That's the rear of it, as I've just walked around it. Getting closer to the Washington Monument, and behind me on the other side is the US Capitol building. Why didn't I just walk straight through? I just walked around a bunch of roads. So if I head that way, I should end up at the White House. Right, 10 minutes have passed, and I found Pennsylvania Avenue, so I just need to, I think, head down this road. But I've got to hurry up because I've got somewhere more important to be in the next couple of hours. But time isn't really on my side today. There's me in the window behind me. Washington DC, eh? A lot of important people around these parts. And they let me in. Right, so I'm now mic'd up sort of, and I'm on selfie stick mode. I thought I'd sort that before I got to the White House, because me opening a backpack and pulling out a big black metal rod to attach my camera to and messing around with wires in my bag for microphones is probably not the most sensible thing to do right outside the White House. So I've sorted that, I don't know, half a mile from it, and yeah, it's hard to believe that yesterday I was in Orlando and now I'm in Washington DC. Yeah, now my original plan was to take a train or a coach between these locations, but that would have took another 22 hours, a lot of messing around, dragging my case from place to place. It was just so much easier to fly. That building behind me is 900 and something, so halfway there. So the map says I'm pretty close, and I guess I am because of that roadblock behind me, which says stop in like 2-foot high letters. So I'm guessing that's the way in. So there's the Washington Monument. There's a big sort of roadblock. I'm guessing just over there somewhere is the White House. So I'm heading past the restricted area. There's the gate post, and there's another one, and there's another one. Concrete blocks everywhere. So I must be in the right place. At the White House. So there it is behind me. That is the White House. I haven't worked out about the back of the front yet, but yeah. Lots of security. You cannot drive down this road. Armed guards everywhere. Yeah. So it's getting sunny out, so I've got my sunglasses back on, and Washington Monument behind me. Yep. And the White House behind me here. They're literally opposite each other. How cool is that? I'm going to take a quick walk round because I've got to get back to Union Station for my car park before really in the next hour. And I don't know if I'll make it. And then I need to get myself across town to my more important location, which you're thinking, what's more important than the White House? Well, you're about to find out.